The history of the United States is a dynamic and evolving narrative that spans thousands of years, starting with the indigenous peoples who lived on the land long before European colonization. Here's a brief overview. Pre-colonial era. Native American tribes, including the Cherokee, Navajo, Sioux, and Iroquois, inhabited the continent for thousands of years, developing rich cultures, trade networks, and advanced societies like the Mississippian culture. Colonial era 149 to 1776. In 1492, Christopher Columbus's arrival marked the beginning of European exploration. By the 1600s, colonies were established by England, Spain, France, and the Netherlands. Jamestown, Virginia 1607 became the first permanent English settlement. The 13 British colonies on the Atlantic coast developed economies based on agriculture, trade, and slavery. Revolution and Independence 1776 to 1783. Tensions grew between the colonies and Britain due to taxation and lack of representation. The Declaration of Independence, signed on July 4, 1776, declared the colonies' intent to separate from Britain. The Revolutionary War ended with American victory and the Treaty of Paris in 1783. Formation of the nation 1787 to 1861. The U.S. Constitution was adopted in 1787, creating a federal system of government. George Washington became the first president in 1789. The Louisiana Purchase 1803 doubled the nation's size, and westward expansion began, often at the expense of Native American lands. Issues like slavery and state rights created divisions. Civil War and Reconstruction 1861-1877. The Civil War 1861 to 1865 was fought between the Northern Union states and the Southern Confederate states, primarily over slavery and secession. The Union's victory abolished slavery's 13th Amendment but left lasting racial and economic challenges. Reconstruction 1865 to 1877 aimed to rebuild the South and integrate freed African Americans into society but faced significant resistance. Industrialization and expansion 1877 to 1914. The U.S. became an industrial powerhouse, attracting immigrants seeking opportunities. The westward expansion displaced Native Americans, often through violent conflicts. By the late 19th century, the U.S. emerged as a global economic and military power. World Wars and the Great Depression 1914 to 1945. The U.S. played significant roles in World War I 1917 to 1918 and World War II 1941 to 1945. The Great Depression 1929 to 1939 severely impacted the economy, leading to reforms under Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal. Modern era 1945-present. After World War II, the U.S. became a global superpower, leading efforts in the Cold War against the Soviet Union. The civil rights movement of the 1950s-60s fought for racial equality. The U.S. expanded its influence through technology, space exploration, Apollo moon landing, 1969, and globalization.